What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another review video. Big shout out goes out to ActBest for reaching out to me and asking me to review one of their e-bikes. This is the Mars model. This is a super lightweight folding e-bike that's available on Amazon. In this video, I'm going to go over everything you need to know about this bike. We're going to talk about the specs. We're going to do a speed test. We're going to do a brake test. I'm going to ride around and talk about the driving experience. And as a bonus, we're going to take it on a little off-road adventure because we are, after all, at the world-famous VoltedAdventures testing ground. There will be chapters down below, so feel free to skip around to whatever part is of interest to you. Let's get started with the specs. So what we got here is the ActBest Mars folding electric bike. It features a 1000 watt hub motor in the rear, coupled with a 48 volt 10.4 amp hour battery. ActBest claims that this should give you a range of up to 55 miles, depending on riding mode and riding conditions, of course. We have mechanical brakes front and rear with a 160mm rotor, 20-inch by 3-inch all-terrain tires. This bike also has a front suspension fork for a smoother ride. We have a Shimano 7-speed with the Shimano derailleur, a decently bright headlight, and a rear active brake light. That's always good. The frame of this bike can fold in the center, and it also has a collapsible stem for easy transportation. We also have this optional saddlebag, which is pretty nice. The maximum load capacity of this bike is 350 pounds, and it comes in many different colors. And up on the handlebars, we have our half-twist throttle, rear brake, and the Shimano gear changer. And over on the left side, we have our display with the on-off switch, mode selectors, a front brake, headlight switch, and a horn. And that is pretty much it for the specs. Now, as far as the price, this is actually ridiculous. This bike is currently going for $599, which is insane. And if I'm not mistaken, they are doing a Halloween special right now, and you can get an additional $50 off when you purchase this on Amazon. I don't know how long that's going to last for, but it is up right now as of making this video. Now, $600 sounds too good to be true. We're going to test everything, as I said earlier, and see if this is actually a good value for the money. Let's get started with the starting procedure. This bike does come with the key, and the key goes in the battery slot over here. Hopefully you guys can see well. So the key does a few things. One is to turn the bike off. Second one is to unlock and lock the battery in place so it doesn't jump around. And you also turn it on in order to get the bike on. Once you're on the bike, pretty easy process. You just hit this M button for about 2 seconds and the bike will turn on. I hope you guys can see the screen well. We have 5 pedal assist modes. 0 means there's no throttle, and this will act as a normal bike. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now these modes do correlate to the throttle. So if you're in mode 1, the throttle will go just as fast as mode 1 will allow you to go if you were pedaling, so on and so forth. Let's start in mode 1 and see how fast this thing is. Now, unfortunately, I do not have my phone mount, so I can't really compare it to GPS. I forgot my phone mount, and I don't want to just hold my phone. So we'll just have to rely on the screen over here. Now this is going to be, mode 1 is going to be the chillest mode, which will give you the most range, and it shows, bike is showing 9 miles per hour. Okay, let's move it up to mode 2. A little bit faster, you can definitely feel it. Mode 2 is 13 miles an hour. Okay, sweet. Let me flick it up to mode 3 and see what happens. Now this bike has actually a pretty cool feature, which I kind of like. It has like cruise control. After holding the throttle for about, I think, 8 seconds or so, this logo pops on and it's in cruise control, and the bike is just going for me, so that's cool. So mode 3, 17 miles an hour. All right, now let's go to mode 4. Oh yeah, so a lot more torque right off the bat. You can feel it. And same thing, I think after about 8 seconds or so, there it is already, so I don't have to hold the throttle. This is amazing. 19 miles an hour. Alright, so that was mode 4, 19 miles an hour, and now let's try mode 5. Oh yeah, definitely more torque than all of the other modes. And it gets up to speed fairly quick. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Let's go. 26. Oh, it's got more. I'm running out of room. 27. Oh man, that was amazing. Okay, so this bike, they advertise that it can go 28 miles an hour, and it gets there. I was just running out of road, so we'll count it as 28, because if I had 100 more yards or so, I would probably be able to hit the advertised 28. That's cool. That's awesome. If you guys follow my reviews, anything on these things, anything 25 miles and higher, just feels like you're flying, like you're actually moving, which is, it's pretty fun. All right, now I want to try a brake test. Let's get this thing going. I'm gonna pedal so we can get up to speed faster. There is a bush coming up to the right, and I'm gonna hit both brakes as soon as we hit it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see what that looks like. It's funny, you can see my old marks from other brake tests. Let's just say about, hard to estimate it, right? Around 15 to 20 feet. 15 to 20 feet. Let's give it one more shot just for science sake. Now these are mechanical brakes. They are adjustable, of course, so you can adjust them to have more bite, less bite, as you desire. And they're also brand new, so once they bed in, they will become better and better with time. But here we go, second attempt at our brake test, and let's see what happens. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, better. Yeah, definitely better. Amazing. So this is probably around 15 feet. So yeah, as I mentioned, the brakes do bed themselves in with time, and they will just actually perform better and better. Okay, so that was the brake test. Now as far as riding experience, this thing is fun. It's a super light bike. Like, you can lift the front up pretty easy. And I'm loving this cruise control feature. So you can just, hit the throttle for like 5 to 8 seconds, whatever it is, and the bike will just go for you. This is amazing. You don't have to keep your hands on the throttle all the time. This is amazing. I really like that feature. And it has a pretty low center of gravity. So when you're carving with this thing, you're like, I don't know, it feels good. It feels like a BMX bike in a way. Ooh, there's some wind sounds. Hopefully they don't come through. It's a little windy today. Yeah, I keep forgetting about this cruise control. It's pretty cool. Now the cruise control does get disabled as soon as you hit the brake. You tap it or hit it and it will disconnect, obviously, for safety. But I really, really like that feature. And the bike itself is really light. Really light and foldable, which means that you can, transport it easily wherever you're going. Now the suspension on this thing, it's all right, actually. It is a hardtail, so we only have suspension on the front, and I've had these forks before in other bikes, but this feels softer than the other ones. I don't know if it's different springs inside, I have no idea, but this does feel softer, which I kind of like. The seat and the sitting position, the seat is okay. It's like a bicycle seat, so it's brand new too. It will break in with time and become just more and more comfortable. And since it's a regular bike post, you can probably replace it and put something else that you like. If you wanted to, I would just leave this. And the whole situation is adjustable, so the seat can go up and down, the bars can go up and down to accommodate different height riders, which is always nice to have. And overall, I'd say it's a pretty fun experience. Now this motor is rated at 1,000 watts, and I've reviewed many e-bikes, And a lot of the times, if you follow my channel, you'd hear me say that I feel like the motor is restricted. Like the bike can definitely go faster, but it's like electronically limited, or through the programming or whatever, through the controller. Having this bike at $600 that can go 28 miles an hour, that's amazing. That's really rare to see, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had many bikes that claim even higher wattage that go less. So to me, speed is very important. As I said earlier, once you hit that 25 mile an hour benchmark and you go faster, 25 or faster, you feel like you're flying on this thing, and you feel like you're actually moving, which is always nice. But now let's do our little off-road test and see how this fork handles. I want to see a few things. One is how does the hub motor react? Now, this road is bumpy. You're gonna hear it on my voice. The camera never shows how truly bumpy this road is. It's got ups and downs. It's not a smooth trail, and you can definitely hear it on my voice with this being a hardtail. But I want to see, how do these thinner tires act on this terrain, and how does the fork hold up? And this is one of our first hills. Will it make it up this hill? Ooh, it did. A little rough, but it did. Okay. It was right at the edge. Now, I don't think this thing is meant for this. I think this is more of like a, mini commuter in a way. I wouldn't necessarily use this bike for trails, but it is kind of capable. Okay, we are over here getting towards the end of our VoltedAdventures off-road test, and this thing has made it. Given it was a little bit of a rough ride, not having rear suspension, but it did make it. Oh, we got another e-biker over here. Did you get permission? Alright, so it passed the off-road test. Again, I wouldn't necessarily buy this bike just for off-roading, but it is capable of doing light trail work. Alright, I want to see, how did the frame hold up to this. Cool, nothing is creaking. Everything looks good. Now let's talk about the value for money. $600 minus the $50 off that may still be available. I'll definitely have a link in the description if you want to check it out. So we're talking $550 to $600. That's insane. For me, the biggest selling point is the speed. The fact that it hits 28 miles an hour for that price is absolutely insane. The fork is okay. It's not going to be the greatest fork in the world. I wish it had rear suspension, but now you're starting to go up in price. So for $600, you still have front suspension, headlight, active brake light, folding frame. That's pretty much it, guys. I don't know what else to say about this bike. Pretty good value for money. Again, I'll have a link in the description if you want to check this bike out. But I think I covered everything, guys. If this review was of any value to you, I would highly appreciate it if you guys left a like on this video. It helps me out tremendously. If you guys like this content and want to see more of it, and there are plenty more videos coming, definitely hit that subscribe button. My name is Tom. This has been the ActBest Mars folding electric bike. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.